Hello. Rubber duck, quack. I think today I'm gonna get a thing on the front of this. What else? I need to figure out what I'm doing with this equipment wall. I do want to turn this room into equipment though. I think this one in the middle of the ship needs to be like urgent pickup, you know, like just gotta go, because the one in the back feels a bit more like it's in a dedicated room. Right, so anyway, in here for equipment. Oh yeah, I could put stuff like the signal locator. Things that I'm not really going to use can go in this storage locker. And then stuff in the middle, I think, should be maybe medical things. More medical focused anyway. Let's go with like one diving, one firefighting, because those are things I'm most likely going to use. Then I'll put the welders over with the diving equipment. I think this is what I had before, isn't it? It's annoying. It's annoying when you make something and it's like right the first time and then it's kind of, even though it's right, it doesn't look good. Well, that there, other than having spear gun ammo, I don't know which way that goes. Is that the right way? I don't know if there's anything else I want to put in those slots. Oh, flare guns are fun though. And then what if I put like binoculars? Oh yeah, okay. Dog whistle, flashlight, binoculars, and night vision binoculars. And then I think this top row I can like fill up. I'm not sold on this, but I'm just going to leave it like that. Otherwise I think I'd spend too much time just deleting stuff and re-adding things. And so for this rear locker thing, I think I'll put in some of the more obscure things that I'm probably not going to use, but maybe I would like every once in a while. That's all such useless crap. Okay, new plan. This room is going to be the microcontroller room. All the microcontrollers, all the logic will live in here. Probably, most likely. I had also thought about putting a ladder down into the below deck engine room, but maybe not. Let's put some lights in. Lights is something easy that I can't really screw up. And then this door goes towards the engine room, but then I've also got this long space here, which I want to split into 2 sleeping areas. 2 bedrooms. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I was thinking maybe there should be a seating area, either like a desk. I could put a window in as well. I want a desk or a bathroom. Maybe I cut through here. Chuck a bathroom in this funny shaped room. And then there's one sleeping area for the captain. And there's no crew living, which could be in here, I guess. How big is a bed? It'd be tight, but it would fit. Here's my computer. Captain's computer. Far out. You wouldn't need speakers on a little computer like this. I do really like this thing, but it's not really mine, is it? Where's the toilet? How much of this do you think I can just like cut and paste? It's a little too big that way. And that is the biggest edge. Could go this way. And then flip it. Perfecto. Bit questionable. Yeah. No one will know. Oh, I could actually put the corner door back in there. Yeah. Easy peasy. Toilet. Bathroom. Done. That's pretty easy. So I guess it gives me like a weird amount of space on the other side. I suppose you would have like the toilet facing the sink most of the time. I don't know why I did it exactly like that. That gives me space to put in a shower though. Would you wouldn't have a glass panel on a boat, would you? That seems a bit strange. You probably just have like a wall. Bathroom done. I might actually just cover up that. Yeah. And now I'll need some lights. I'll just have one in the bathroom. And then one in the captain's quarters. And then over here, I think I will turn this into like a crew sleeping bunk thing. I was talking to someone, they said, where's the kitchen? Maybe there's a kitchen on this boat. Maybe it goes in there. Maybe this is the kitchen. But then it's only got space for one person to sleep. I guess like in real life tugboats, if it's like an ocean going tugboat, it would be massive. And if it were this size tugboat, it's probably only hanging around in the port. It's not really going anywhere. If this room were to become a kitchen, because I think that makes more sense from the standpoint of a one person who probably lives aboard type situation. Okay, how do I feel about this? It is now a little bit more similar to what was happening in the C-17. This looks like a functional kitchen dining space. A lot of it's like solid blocks though. Oh, there's no lights in here at all. How wide is this? 10, not good. Okay, lights should be everywhere now. I think all my interior is like laid out as well. Except for this front room, which, I don't know, it could be anything, and the generator still needs to be hooked up. Once the generator is hooked up, I think that it would work. There would be enough of everything to keep it running, like for a proper job, for a whole mission. Meow. I'm gonna make one of these, so like there will be engine go. It can just be engines. So that's this one, which means I think 4 is engines. The next one across will be electronics. That can control the displays and all that stuff turning on in here. Light switch. So what I'm planning is that every room will just be on all the time. Yeah, okay, wait a minute. I'm going to get rid of all the player sensors then. They are not needed for what I'm planning. Okay, so yes, makes perfect sense. What we're going to have is probably a composite switch box when the electronics are on. So I think these are on like channel 2 coming off that main controller. Then I'm going to feed in like a low light. So it'll be 0.2, maybe even less, maybe 0.1. Just enough light to see basically. And that's going to go out to all of them. When this button is on, which is the button that's coming off the chain, when you are on, wait, yeah, when you are on, okay, I need one of these. So the main hallways will be channel 1, but it's also actually got to be 1, 2, 3, I think there might have been 4 buttons for that. I'm going to leave the 4th one there in case I decide to put another light in for the main hallways. So this is just for main hallways at the moment. I'm going to get rid of this chain out. So it's just all chaining in. These are going to turn on this value. And this value is 8. So it's like a bright light. And then when it's off, it's going to switch over to either nothing or a low value if the electronics is on. So if I turn the boat on, everything's going to be like on, but at a low level so you can navigate without having to turn all your lights on. And then if you go into a room and you want to turn the light on, that's when you push the button and the light changes. All of those buttons were push buttons, so I need push to toggle. That's one done. So I better make sure I change all the channels on these. Light switch 1. What are we looking at? Channel 2, and then this one. 3, and then we leave 4 open in case I want to put it somewhere, and then 5 will be the medical room. So I basically need to copy all this. But I only need one of these. 5. And that is medical room. Makes sense. Does that make sense? So from up here in the bridge, where is the bridge? This one here, I've got to out. Go into electronics. Interior room light chain is going to be a bit messy. So I will need infinite electricity because none of the electrics are connected up. So if I turn on this electronic switch, oh, everything just went blue. If I've turned on electronics, all the lights should turn on. Hopefully none of them are blue. Oh, this one's not on. See, some of them are not on. So it gives them a faint glow, a glow that lets me see where I'm going at least. And if I push the button, they'll become very bright. Same in here, it's a little bit of a dull glow. I could definitely make them glow less. Then turn them off. Yeah, they could glow a lot less. They could even be kind of red. I think it's because there's so many of them. Even though they're giving off a very low intensity glow, there's just so many of them. The idea I had was like, if you're far away from the ship, it doesn't really work. I wanted the lights to be on, but like glowing through the windows that I've got, but it just kind of makes it look like a weirdly haunted ship. But inside it's okay. Like this is enough for you to see where you're going. And you can turn the lights on. But yeah, light bleed. The light is just bleeding through all the walls. Doesn't matter if you're in here. With no light on, you can still see. That's kind of dumb. I'm going to leave it, I think, like that, though. There's not much you can do. It's just the way Stormworks is. That's the kind of effect I wanted. Where you can see the light coming through the windows on the inside. So this is the anchor from my auto anchor tutorial. I've got 2 anchors, so I need 2 of this, basically. So anchor, maggle connected. I need to put a left, since I've got a left and a right anchor. Left anchor up, left anchor, maggle connected, left anchor down, and left activate maggle. So then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, duplicate, 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 duplicate. I'll just take all of this, copy and paste. And then what I need is basically 2 OR gates, I think. And then there'll be like a number 1 and a number 2 instrument, which is going to be the left and right anchor, which I'll change this to composite, anchor buttons, anchor button panel. And then there'll be another one, which will be 3. So 3 is both of them. Or 3 would be if I'm stopped, which means you need an and. And also a throttle input. So what's happening here is from the anchor button panel, I've got 3 switches. One is auto anchor on stop, and the other 2 are left anchor and right anchor, just like overrides. So if the left anchor, which would be number 1, is activated, then do all the normal drop anchor, raise anchor shenanigans. But if, or the anchor button panel number 3, which is auto anchor on stop, so if that's flipped and I've stopped, then it will flick on both of the anchors. And if it's just number 2, so right anchor, it'll just do the right anchor dropping. So it's basically the same, just doubled, and has a threshold for if my throttle is at 1 or 0. Left anchor connected needs to come off this one on the winch, and then the signal needs to go from the electrical anchor through to the maggle. It's a little bit easier to see when you do it like this. I know on the tutorial I put the maggle directly below, and so it kind of makes both the lines look a bit strange, but basically you're just chaining the whole thing together, just building a loop. And then this one needs to go back over to here. And then make sure your electricity is connected like this, or just from the electrical anchor down to the maggles. You don't need to connect from the electrical anchor to the winch. And I just making a nice little triangle. There you go. Both anchors are deployed. I kind of want to put a run out on them so that they keep going even after they're deployed, even after they're connected. I think that might have been what's happened to, remember that Octane catamaran and it like flipped itself up? I think it was connected to an anchor, and if the anchor had gone out further than what a wave would allow it to go up, then I think it would have not rolled over. So from when it says it's connected, I'm going to put capacitors on. As long as the discharge time is nothing, if I give it like another 10 seconds, 10 seems like a lot. How about 5? We'll just do it on one anchor, and then I'll be able to see what the difference is between letting out more rope and letting out no more rope. So you can't actually see much. So that's how much rope. It's about half the length that I've got there. So what is that, like another 5 meters or something? But that should be enough. Like if there was a big wave, it should be able to go all the way up over the wave and not flip. But this ship would self-right itself anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Now I want to go and test it. I'm going to put a pitch stabilizer in this, and hopefully that'll stop it from flying out of the water all the time. Okay, so I don't know if this is far enough out. I'm going to set my throttle to 0, turn on the auto anchor on stop, and hopefully those connect to something. I can't see far enough down with photo mode. Oh, we're connected, and they're letting out some slack, so that's good. And so let's say I've parked the boat somewhere, put the anchors down, and then the weather turns to crap. I just think that slack is going to help so much with this kind of situation. Oh no, what's that on the horizon? Mountain, what is that? Why is it so jaggy? The handling on it is so bad. And then I stop and my anchors go down again. I really like that system. I don't think they're going to have enough reach for a tsunami though. And I need the indicator up here to go when they connect, not when they're deployed. I can see when they're deployed from looking at the button, so I need to know from the 2 indicators. Those anchors are really holding on. That seemed okay. It went a little bit under, so maybe I could change the capacitor from 10 seconds and give it like another 5 seconds or something. Oh, see ya. Maybe I need a turbo mode where you just like hit a button and it jams the clutch. The Meg will never catch me. Oh, he's coming. Come on, turn over. Nah, see ya. I don't know, has he given up or is he just going down to dive? I clicked that button a couple of times, so there might be more than one Meg out here. Let's get a couple more monsters. Ooh. Maybe I should make it a bit more fair for them. There you go, 5 of each. Oh, there he is. He's coming. Nah. See you, mate. Here comes another Meg. It's interesting. It's like if I'm in the air, maybe he gives up or something. I guess that's all you need to be like anti-Meg and anti-Kraken is a way to get out of the water. Because as soon as I leave the water, they're just like, I don't know what to do. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think that's gone alright. I just need to get my pitch stabilizer put in here, which will be using those rocket booster fins. Apparently they're really effective. I just need to make sure that the tug stays level. As long as it stays somewhat level, that'll be fine, just to stop it from absolutely chucking itself out of the ocean. And otherwise, like, it works, right? If it doesn't jump out of the ocean, then it's totally fine to be sent out on missions. So I just need to get some money to spawn it. So thanks for watching. I'll see you later.